And today I want to do a different kind of video for you. I want to tell you what playing the mental game of golf actually involves. What you need to learn and be comfortable with so that you play the best game of golf that you possibly can. You can go and practice and practice and practice the physical side, but unless you come to terms and get to grips with the mental side of the game, your game's always going to be mediocre. You're always going to want to be that little bit better and not know how to get there. Let's have a look at playing the mental game actually involves. Focus. So you need to have a good focusing ability and understand what focusing is all about. You need to know certain breathing techniques. This can get you out of trouble in some of the most stickiest situations if you just know how to breathe properly. Sounds silly, doesn't it? We breathe every day of our lives, but we've never actually thought about how we should breathe and when we should use different techniques. Fear acceptance. Yep, I can hear many of you saying, fear? What do you mean by fear? Golf is a game, I love playing it. Actually, you probably do love playing it, but you will have an inner fear and it will hold you back. But we'll go into that just now. Then we have the good old visualization. Now, we know that we visualize everything and everybody thinks golf mental game purely is about visualization. It's not, but it is one of the main components of playing the mental game. So we'll have a look at that. Confidence. Wow. Is this a big topic? I could sit here and talk all day about confidence and how it will affect your game. And then we have goal setting. Another one that people mistake. They don't really know how to set goals in golf. So, okay, let's have a start then. Shall we have a look at focusing first, seeing as that's where we started? Let me just pull this down a bit and then you can see. Did you know that there are 4 different types of focusing? Most people think that if I say focus on something, all I'm saying is concentrate. No, that's not what it means. It does mean concentrate, but in short spans of time, and actually knowing what to focus on, when to focus, and how to focus are really, really key points here. Playing in the zone. Now, again, we hear of pro golfers saying, wow, it was like I was on autopilot. I just didn't seem to be doing anything. It just all happened by itself. That's playing in the elusive zone. Everybody wants to get there because once you're there, that is when you play your best golf. But to get there, you need to know how to focus. Staying in the present. Yep, don't think ahead, don't think behind. Just stay where you are now. Focus on what you're doing at this minute. If you can do that, it will really help your golf. Gamesmanship. You may or may not know that the people you're playing with may be using gamesmanship. A little bit of covert hypnotism here. And you may not actually know that it's being applied. And the good thing is, once you know how it's applied and little words that you use, little phrases, you can use it on other golfers. Not that I'm telling you to use it, but you could. Okay, let's go on to breathing techniques. Now, I do 2 kinds of breathing techniques with my clients. I teach them one that I call a 5-4-3-2-1 breathing technique. And this actually gets them out of emotional thinking. You know, sometimes when you're playing golf and you think, oh my gosh, and you just don't know where to turn and you're actually very emotional about it. When you're like this, you do not think logically. You do not play logically. You do not act logically. So there is a little breathing technique that I teach, and it actually gets you back to logical thinking and gets you out of the emotional thinking. And then I have a diaphragmatic breathing technique, a 4 and 8 breathing technique, which just centers you and sets you up to play the best golf you can. And you can use this, all the time when you're playing, and you can use it out of work as well. It just calms your whole body down. Then we go on to fear acceptance. Fear acceptance, accepting your inner fears, it's actually part of competing. If you're going to play at any level, you will have a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of, I don't know, it's when that adrenaline is pumping through your body, and actually you need that. That helps, it gives you the edge, it helps you to play well. So you have to actually accept that a little bit of fear is part of is part of competing. It's part of playing a match or a tournament or a game. Accept loss and move on. You've got to accept you will not always win. You cannot win every game. It is impossible. So you have to accept it and move on. Don't be frightened of losing. If you're frightened, it will hold you back. And lastly in this category, don't judge yourself. Do not judge yourself. Don't judge the way you're playing. Accept the shot you've hit. Leave it. Take what you can from it. Learn what you can from it. But move on to the next one. So that's fear of acceptance. Now we go on to goal setting. As I've said before in some of my YouTube videos and also on my blog, you have to set a performance goal, not an outcome goal. And all your goals must be SMART goals. So I can go into SMART in another time. I don't want to take up too much of your time today because we're covering a lot of things. And you have 3 levels of goals. Don't just set yourself the optimum level. Wow, it would be great to just have that optimum level. But actually give yourself a little bit of wiggle room so that it makes you feel good. Because feeling good leads on to our next topic, confidence. Confidence is a big thing in golf. And actually, it covers lots of things. We all have self-limiting beliefs that pull back our confidence. We can use anchor setting so that this builds on our confidence week in, week out, looking at the good things we do, the good ways we play. We can use affirmations and afformations to help us play well, to help us make us feel great about ourselves. Body language. Now here's a big one. Do you know that speech is only a little part of our communication? So not only your body language will either play for you or against you, but other people's. The people you play with, they could have a very confident body language, and actually you just look at it, but you don't know what it is about that player, but they kind of intimidate you. It's not only their past scores, it's just the way they carry themselves. You need to know, if you want to play confidently, how to practice effectively. Now, practicing effectively involves not only the physical practice of playing golf, but also the mental practice. To play well, you need to mentally practice. Oh, look, I've spelt that wrong, haven't I? 2 C's in there. Just let me adjust that. There, that's better, isn't it? So you need to know how to physically and mentally practice to play your optimum game. Self-talk. Wow, this one is a biggie. So many people just speak negatively and harshly to themselves. And do you know what? The power of words has a great big effect on our mental ability, our mental capacity, our mental well-being. But it's not only words from other people. It's actually words that we say to ourselves. We can be the most cruelest judge of ourselves. Finally, we get to the one that you all know about, visualization. We think in pictures. It doesn't matter what we say, we convert it to pictures in our head. So visualization is a big one because we can see the pattern of how we want to play and how we're playing and how we're going to play, all in kind of a film strip in our head. If you can imagine playing like your favorite golfer, it will help you. It will help your confidence. It will help you focus. It will help your visualization. Don't think in negatives. That comes back to down here, the power of words. But think about it in pictures. Do not think in negatives. Always, always, always think of your game in a positive fashion. Okay, that was a quick video for you to just see some of the aspects of the mental game of golf. This is the inner game of golf. It's a little bit of sports psychology, golf psychology here, that is important to your